The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I am Matt.
We are a podcast. We have internet reviews and we make comedy out of it.
Oh boy.
I think that's all I have to tell you before the show.
That's a good primer. Yeah. An Amazon primer.
Yep. Which leads into the great pun. We have reviews from like Amazon, which has a service called Prime, if you didn't know. And Google Plus. We go on Google Plus a lot. Everyone really likes that website. Ask Jeeves has a lot of good reviews. I think that's about all of them.
Sparkle. We do Sparkle quizzes sometimes.
Zynga?
Stumble Upon.
Get a lot of good reviews off of Zynga blogs. You just have to navigate past the glitter. Do you want to start this week, or shall I?
You know what? I think I'll start.
He's going to start, people.
I've got this Amazon review for the Little Tykes Easy Score Basketball Set Blue 3 balls, Amazon exclusive.
Oh.
23.75 by 22 by 61 inches. It's pretty much the little tyke basketball hoop you're picturing. It looks a little sleeker-ish, I guess.
Streamlined, huh? For the future.
But that set, I don't know. The old one that I had lasted a long time. I just don't know. Anyway, we're not going to have my input on it. We're going to have Amazon customers' input. Amazon customer titles their review, "Curse This Infernal Pile of Junk." And they write, "An average-sized toddler can throw the ball through the hoop 3, maybe 4 times before it comes clattering to the floor. There is no way I've found to jam the hoop into the backboard so it stays for longer than that. This is the perfect gift for your kid if you have no job and no domestic responsibilities other than following a 3-year-old around and fixing their toys every 5 minutes. If, on the other hand, you have things to do, like, I don't know, make breakfast for an entire family every morning before going to work, for example, this thing will drive you slowly insane. I don't wish harm or despair on anyone, but I hope the person who designed this thing has a bad day. 1 star.
You got to talk to your therapist about this kind of stuff, man. This is no Amazon review territory.
You think Amazon customers are a little overcooked here?
I think so. I think someone needs to take a deep breath and look around. Look around at what's the stressors in their life and if they're really worth giving
the Amazon screed. Yeah, is the basketball hoop worth it to write that much?
It's a plastic basketball hoop, and honestly, the review is more of a negative review about your 3-year-old than the basketball hoop.
Yeah. What this review reveals to me is that the Amazon customer doesn't own the basketball hoop. The basketball hoop owns Amazon customer.
They wake up to it at the end of their bed like a sleep paralysis demon, just looming over them.
And slowly that hoop just clatters down.
Whatever happened to dad ingenuity? I got some shitty toy that's some latch isn't working on it.
Oh yeah.
Dad superglued that 10 times.
You got some Bondo or something. You got some duct tape. You got some rubber cement. Clamps. You see Dad pulling out the clamps and vice grips. We're gonna leave that overnight. I clamped it down. The glue's got a cure. Like, oh.
It's a plastic toy and he's got the hammer and nails out. Let's go.
Got some washers
fix this
here.
Right up.
We'll see what happens. Now, aren't you glad I hung on to that extra bolt from the swing set? Look who's smart now.
How many How many dads, as their kid got older, just ripped the top off of this thing and literally nailed it to a wall somewhere? You know what I mean? It's kind of begging for it. You know what the back of it looks like to me now that I'm really looking at one of these Little Tykes Easy Score basketball sets? It looks like a changing station in a bathroom, like the back of it. That's why the hoop is for dumps, I guess. I mean dunks. Okay, I don't know. Is that all the comedy we can get out of Little Tykes basketball?
I do recall seeing another review. Let me see if I can find that one again.
I'm looking at this. This is the kind of thing in improv comedy. You get handed this prop and everyone's thinking, this is the best prop. Everyone can make a lot of jokes about this prop. But you're sitting there with the prop like, I got the worst prop. This is just a freaking basketball set. What am I supposed to make LeBron jokes? Okay, now I'm getting memories of my old Little Tykes basketball set, and I want to say even the 90s quality assurance, it didn't stay up very good. I may not recall it staying up bad, but I don't recall it staying up good.
We had the sucker indoors, we had doors, we had it all over the place.
Yep, you leave it outdoors and the bottom gets all full of rainwater.
It's an outside-only toy. I did find that I had seen... This is an Amazon review from Smith Chad 530. They titled their review, I filled the base with water and it had a hole in it and soaked me and floors. Chad writes, not happy at all. Go to fill the base with water, and little did I know it had a hole in it, and it soaked my Christmas outfit and my floors. Need to send back.
Wait, did the hole result in some sort of geyser that your Christmas outfit got blasted?
He just hung out there at the base of it while it slowly seeped into his Christmas flannels.
He's just like crying out. Help! My Christmas outfit.
He's got really nice floors, and he's like, I'm gonna have to just stay here like a ShamWow and protect. Just wick everything.
Just watching his linoleum like liquefy and goo away from him. No! My linoleum! No, there's a hole in it, no! All he's got is 3 balls. 3 little orange round balls. They should really do like a... NFL guys ever done an expedition? The Harlem Globetrotters ever used a Little Tykes basketball hoop? They'd tear it up.
They would destroy it.
Yep, that would be a great halftime show. Take notes, NBA. I have a review here we can look at. Since we're doing Amazon Basics, Amazon exclusive, let's keep it in the zone. Shout out Jeff. I have a review.
What up, Jeff?
For the Amazon Basics narrow ruled lined writing notepad 5 by 8 inches white 12 count 12 pack of 50 pages. It's a bunch of notepads. Travis Cox, right? Love these little pads. Our titles their review, love these little pads. He writes, been buying these for years, just to keep in every room of the house. I like the lines. I like that the lines are a bit thinner than normal pads of paper, and the best part of the pads is the dotted question mark lines that are already imprinted at the top of the page, making the pages easier to tear off. Great product and great price, 5 stars.
My man doesn't know what a perforation is?
He doesn't know what a perforation is. He was held at gunpoint to try and figure out what words to write about Amazon Basic notebooks. And in his franticness, he wanted to comment on the perforation. A basic feature of a notebook, as far as I'm concerned. And, yeah, it's just...
Likely in the product description, there was something along the lines of perforated pages. Easy tear pages.
What Amazon description robot could resist that wonderful alliteration there? Perforated. There, it is the 4th bullet point. Perforated top for easy removal of sheets from pad.
I love those little lines.
Those strange little lines. How did they get here? The perforation gnomes visited me again in the night for easy tearing of my pages.
These little gnome teeth.
If you know anything of the gnomish like I do, you know that these are perfect little lines. They actually bite in straight lines. It's very
Magic
strange.
lines.
It's beyond science to him. He thinks it's some sort of magic.
You can only tear on these top lines. No matter how hard you wish, you could tear on the others.
It is though Gandalf the White himself perforated this paper. Perforation. Now that's a wonderful word. I'm glad I thought of it. Yeah, the dotted question mark line.
I guess we all have brain farts. We're all like, oh, what the heck is that word? But
I think it looks extra funny because people usually use the parenthetical question mark when they're not sure about the spelling.
Mm-hmm.
Dotted's pretty easy to spell. But it also makes me think, I don't know, I don't think, at some point if you're doing research for your Amazon review, maybe that takes some genuineness out of it, but is using a dictionary research? Or is that just something people should do
Dude,
more?
a quick Google?
Yeah, that's the... Let me Google. What are the dotted lines on notebook paper called? Enter. Oh, Google's cooked, bro.
I searched dotted lines you tear on, and perforated paper is the top
Perforated
hit.
papers. See, I know Google's deteriorating. The robots are taking over. But maybe, my Google foo is also deteriorated. I felt like the best Googler back in the day. You'd be in high school and teachers would be like teaching you how to research a paper, which is just like 30 minutes of them dissing Wikipedia and not telling you how to research a paper. But I would get in that computer lab, boom.
Oh, yeah.
Just a couple searches for me.
Let me get up to JSTOR. Really flex on you.
Yeah, I remember when they showed us JSTOR and they're like, yeah, use this, and no one was using it. I was like, bro, this thing kind of badass.
Yeah.
I really wish, I want JSTOR for me. How much is that? Like $1,000 a year to get a license for?
Probably.
Because I'm sick of looking for stuff on Google and finding jack all. I want an actual article database. Review Party listener, you got a good free article database? You hit me up in the DMs with that.
I mean, if you got a local library, check your local library's website. They may have some good resources. I know
that's true.
I've legitimately used my local library for a few segments on this here podcast.
Man, I got a local library within walking distance. I gotta get my library card. It is overdue. Having fun is not hard when you've got a library card. Do you have a review?
Yeah. We're doing on the old timepiece. Oh, we're dandy. I got a Yelp review. This Yelp was technically inspired by a review that was sent to us by Paige. What up, Paige?
Yo.
But I had trouble. I was like, I don't know how high I can suspend my disbelief before it comes careening back towards the earth and just is a bloody mess. It was like a review of a gay bar called the Gay 90s, and a person was writing about hot dogs and how they really loved the hot dogs there. And no one else of that establishment wrote about hot dogs. And I checked to see if this guy wrote about hot dogs other places. And that's how I got to this review. of the barbecue pit. So thanks, Paige, for the little rabbit hole I set myself down.
Yeah.
To get this review from Carlos P. of the barbecue pit in San Diego. Carlos writes, "This is for my friend. Do not eat here." Lady was polite. From my friend's point of view, he said, quote, "I think there's a chance it would taste better on the way out." $15 for one slice link on some really bad potato salad and mac and cheese. He showed me the sandwich from a side perspective. I asked, "How much?" $15. Wow. Then I ask, "How does it taste?" Quote, "On a bad day, I can microwave a better sausage and put it in between Wonder Bread, resulting in a better sandwich than this." Edit. He just said he would rather have a Costco hot dog than eat that again. Edit. He said he would rather just have the condiments from a Costco hot dog than eat that again. 1 star.
You're going to have a bad time in your life if you're comparing random sausages in the wild to the absolute industry mecca that is the Costco hot dog. It's an institution, people.
Yeah, that is like comparing anything, any dessert item to like a good humor bar from the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 for, mere quarters out of your pocket, I'll take that guaranteed win.
It's like saying, I'm not going to eat this pile of slime. It's just comparing something that's just obviously better. It's like, this isn't even as good as $10 million. Take bite of hot dog. This would be better if it was $10 million. In fact, what if it was only $5 million? I would still like it better.
Yeah. I would rather have like a package of Oreo cookies.
Oh.
I would actually just have the cream from inside of all of those Oreo cookies.
Well, yeah. You just name the thing you want every second of every day, and then just name the thing within the thing that you want. I would
rather have Lucky Charms. No. I would just have the marshmallows. A little bit of milk, maybe.
And it's like taking a bite of, like, I don't know, going to a farm and taking a bite of the grain and being like, no. I would actually rather have this in cereal form. Actually, what if it was, all marshmallows?
Mm-hmm.
So, they told the waiter that it tasted like shit?
I think so.
And you expect, I don't know, civil service after so many words?
Yeah. I guess another thing that just made me want to bring this. What do you think of Carlos writing this review on his friend's behalf?
Weakness. Your bloodline, both of your bloodlines are weak.
I don't know if I could ever. Maybe I'm just not that angsty, or I don't have that gumption.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you and I go out to a restaurant and you're like, "Man, this sandwich blows," I don't know if I'm gonna like sit up straight in my chair and be like, "Hey, man, I can write a review for you if you want." You know what? I will.
Or if the friend asks the guy to do it, maybe because they know that he's like a review guy. I guess that's the only Benny of the doubt I can hand out.
Carlos has 219 reviews to his name.
Sure. So maybe he's kind of a loser who never shuts up about his Amazon reviews or whatever, but
he ain't no elite, I'll say that much.
Ooh. Oof. It hurts. This was Yelp?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so he won't stop yapping about the Yelping. But now I'm really curious to how that went down. Was there like a bargaining, like, hey, can I have this one? I think this one would really look good next to that last strip club review I had. Can I have this one, man?
I got something to say.
Or was it like you need to write man, can you write a review for me? Because if it was a question, I could never ask someone to make such a menial effort about such a trivial thing.
Yeah, and
A
then he
9.5.
edited it twice. If we're actually believing these edits were edits.
The old adding PS and PSS as you write the letter before
Yeah.
you finish writing the letter. Well, geez. I think I gotta take a break from these malicious review writers
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, let's take a breather. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, angels and demons, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Reviewer Redux.
There's probably a noise I usually horn out for Reviewer Redux. Yippee! That one.
Probably woohoo! Reviewer Redux is the segment where we return to visit reviewers whom we have read before, because something stuck out about them as a little either funny, we like them, we love them, maybe we hate them a little bit, maybe a bit of both, we're undecided and we just need more evidence to really firm up how we feel about this particular reviewer. Today I am bringing Gordon Chamberlain, and I know that name isn't really gonna...
Yeah, that's like such a generic, like made up from a fantasy novel or something name.
Yeah, exactly. I featured him twice. Once was like a hotel review where he was complaining about everything. He complained about the continental breakfast. That's what it was.
Oh, sure. Yep.
And we're like, Gordon, come on.
Yeah, them's fighting words around here.
Yeah. And then I think last week before, he had the review of the towny Asian restaurant with the pole with pool noodles taped to it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That old dingy place. He writes a lot of reviews, so I decided to take a dive and see what we can figure out about old Gordy here. So let's us start with this review of Little Venice Restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant. It's in a place called Santry. Am I reading that right? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's called Santry. Next to Poppintree. It's in Dublin. Okay, that all makes sense now.
A little slice of Venice.
A little slice of Venice in Ireland. Gordon writes, for some reason, while I can get ripe tomatoes in Yellowknife in February, there appears to be none available on the Emerald Isle. In most parts of the world, caprese salad is tomatoes, buffalo mozzarella, basil, and olive oil. This is how it was described on the menu, so I thought they knew what they were doing. What arrived on the table, however, was unripe tomatoes and buffalo mozzarella and pesto. The dining room was ridiculously noisy with the clash of staff sorting cutlery and moving tables. The music was also stupid loud. And the chicken was rubbery. To top it off, we were delivered some racist mints with the check, 1 star.
Oh, give me details about the racist mints.
He has included a picture. Let me, come on, Google, you don't make it easy to just copy a picture. Why not?
Oh, okay. So it does have a word that's out of vogue. It's the brand of the mints. I don't know. Can you get mad at the restaurant or can you get mad at the brand there?
Right. It looks like that might be Canfield. Canfield? Are they the candy maker?
Yeah, you can kind of see the factory at the bottom. It's hard to sell. It looks like such a knockoff Nestle logo.
Yeah.
But the word, I don't want to say it. Is it Inuit people? Is that the proper term?
Yeah, I believe so. Ireland to necessarily, I don't know.
Be sensitive. I'm glad Gordon is, I think we have had mixed feelings about Gordon as a reviewer over the last few reviews. Is it worth calling out in a review? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to stop me from going, FYI, this place has racist mints. I'm like, oh, God, thank God you said something.
I don't know. Maybe I should be more respectful. Maybe Gordon's in the right here.
Gordon, it seems like Gordon probably hails from Canada, so I can understand.
Sure.
It means more to Gordon than it does to me.
He saw that and it was bad. But can you imagine being in the restaurant ordering a box of mints and one with like a out of date term for a people is on there? I don't know. Yeah, I think you send back the mints, I guess. Maybe Gordon's right.
Maybe Gordon is right.
I guess it probably, from Gordon's perspective, it just sounds like he had an overall shitty experience. I don't know if he was being too harsh on the tomatoes or what. That's sort of what I was going to dog on before we went on, but...
Right.
This was quite literally a racist cherry on top, perhaps.
Well, let's move along then to Gordon's review of Paradiso Mexican restaurant Grand Forks, because I love Grand Forks. Gordon writes, if you like cheese and beans, you will like this place. My burrito was literally refried beans and jalapenos. There had to be 3 or 4 peppers in there. Rolled in a tortilla, smothered in red sauce and queso, then run through a broiler. It was good, but it did horrible things to me. Bottomless fountain drinks too. Great place to treat yourself. Or punish yourself, I guess, depending on your perspective. 5 stars.
If it's still a 5-star experience despite the tummy troubles, I don't think it's worth mentioning I don't think it's worth mentioning your weakness.
Yeah. Yeah, just own up to that internal cleansing.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it out right here because I'm not writing a review. I'm talking on my podcast and I can say whatever I want. The first week or 2 in Japan, oops, all poops after every meal. And it wasn't any of the food's fault. It was just my stomach readjusting to a new situation, a new sort of food stock. But if I were recommending any of the food I ate those first 2 weeks to a friend, I leave out the poo-poo detail. I leave out the poo-poo dumpy, oopy-doopy detail afterwards.
Right. You could give the caveat, like, if you're sensitive to dairy or cheese...
Sure.
If they already know, like, just, it's got a lot of cheese. Say that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say this thing's gonna clog you up, and then it's gonna fire out of you.
So much politer ways to say this sent me to the dumper, like, oh, it's a bit of a gut bomb, or oh, it's it's some heavy food.
Beans and cheese. This first line is all. Just reiterate that. There's power in reiterating.
Right.
There's,
It sounds like he needed this 5-star cleanse. That's what I think, too. When people go to, like, Mexican food and they complain about how it made their stomach, and I just think, it sounds like you needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like your toxic insides need some pepper to scorch the earth. Get all that gunk out of there.
Happy review he had, so...
Mm-hmm.
Must be
the Mexican
right.
food's like a pressure washer for his intestines.
I have one more from Gordon today. This is a review from Cabela's sporting goods store. One of them big old Cabela's.
Cabela.
Gordon writes, great place to have a depressive episode while your kids break down and cry on the floor over not getting a $40 playset of the lowest possible quality. There's a big fish tank with native fish where you can dream about the silence of living underwater, and a bunch of taxidermied animals that will make you question whether being flayed and filled with sawdust is really that bad. 5 stars.
I think toddlers are allowed to cry when they want something, and then someone tries to explain the cost to quality ratio to them.
They're not going to understand.
No, When I think about finances, I want to cry. So what's a toddler? What standard is a toddler supposed to be held
Toddlers
to?
don't know durability and they see bright colors and cool things. Just gotta bring him by the fish, dude.
People really be signing up for kids and then be getting mad when kids be kids, huh?
Yeah. I mean, just as the fish are living their slow, quiet, underwater lives, kids are gonna have loud, out-of-water lives.
Your kid's throwing a fit because that you said no to a toy. The most kid thing a kid can do, is it right? No. Should you reprimand them? Yes. But, like, they could be a weirdo who strips naked and swims around in the Cabela pool.
Yeah. At least they're not making a total mockery of the glorious Cabela's.
Right. They could be stealing a fishing pole, trying to fish for employees, you know?
Ooh.
Be grateful. Be grateful that your kid is being a kid, because they ain't going to be a kid forever.
No.
Pretty soon you're going to ask them, hey, do you want this overpriced $40 playset? And they're going to, shut up, Dad, you're ruining my life. Then how's that depressive episode going to taste?
Yeah, then you'll really want to be taxidermized.
Would you want to be taxidermied?
I don't know.
Think I would.
I know. It's probably just because I'm thinking of like a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah.
Where this old man is like taxidermizing every animal that gets in his yard. And the wife's like, "Bah, I love those animals." And then she ends up taxidermying him. And you see his creepy... It's great. Go watch it.
Yeah. I don't think I want to be taxidermied. I don't even think I want a wax statue of me. I think I want this podcast to be the only perceivable memory of me left.
Yeah. An indelible monument.
Right. Yeah, no one make me into wax. No one fucking... Statue, yes. Bronze statue, thumbs up, baby. But if you're just gonna... some cheap-ass wax... that's not going to do me any justice. I'm going to end up looking like The Rock. I can't even say that. The Rock looked bad. Not only did it look bad because it didn't look like The Rock, they whitewashed him real bad.
Are we talking about in The Mummy?
No, there's this French wax museum that got in trouble for putting out a whitewashed Rock. He's just super pale. Which, you know, you could do, if you did that to me, it would just be like, oh, this wax. He didn't go outside for a while. Yeah, I don't want a wax statue either way, I think. Especially not to be taxidermied. So that's it from Gordon this week, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if we're hungry for a bit more, oh god, he's got like a long screed about the death of downtown Winnipeg. But I don't want to read that.
You know,
it starts, now we lament the death of Winnipeg's downtown.
Maybe it's my extreme distaste for my hometown. And I know Winnipeg's a lot bigger than when I grew up, but it's hard to think of Canadian big cities besides Vancouver and Toronto as anything but like a town that's too big for its britches. Mm-hmm. And if you know, the suburban North American landscape is going to fall, I think Winnipeg's going to be one of the first to go. Not a lot of cultural bastions holding that one together, I'm afraid. Yeah.
I got one more from Gordon. This one will do. This is the Prairie Donaire Dominion Center. Gordon writes, I really had to pee, so I thought I would stop and grab lunch and use the restroom. 2 birds, 1 stone. This was at about 11, and it looked like the lettuce was from the previous day. The rotisseries were not turning either, which was a bad sign too. But I had just used the restroom and I would have felt weird leaving without ordering anything. My shawarma was soggy and stuck to the paper, and everything was a giant mess, which is fine, but it didn't really have any flavor to it either, so it really ranks up there with some of the worst food I have ever had. It really wasn't worth it. I should have just kept driving and risked peeing my pants. 2 stars.
I think the thing about Gordon, for me, the pattern I'm seeing is the exaggeration about the state of his life. Next time I'll just piss my pants. Like, come on. Is it really that bad out there, Gordon? Is it really that bad that your tomatoes weren't the right ones? Is it really that bad that your free piss session was just not as good as you wanted it to be? I think Gordon's got to take a deep breath and smell the roses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're stopping into a fast food place for a quick wee-wee and you feel like you need to buy something, just buy a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Buy yourself a bevy. That way, next time you need to pee, you can just pee into that instead.
And it's giving self-importance too. Like, let's say I walked into a fast food restaurant. I had to walk past every employee. They had to stare at me judgingly. They just through the setup of the restaurant and how everyone was standing. I walked past every employee, and they're looking at me, judging me, and you pee and you leave, and they still are staring at me. Brother, they're not going to remember you in 20 minutes.
Nah.
They don't,
Nah.
like, it ain't like that unless you ruin their day by making a mess or something. Like, they do not care about you like that.
Gonna be some shift break, or shift swap breakdown.
Mm.
Hey, anything notable happened today? Yeah, some guy came in, peed, didn't buy a thing. You believe that?
Right, it's just not that noteworthy.
That's gotta be daily.
Right. And
as long as they don't go in there and find the, like, diarrhea on the ceiling, I don't think they're gonna note it.
Right. And if it was really an issue, if it was really happening so much that it was causing their business a problem, they would put up signs that says, restroom is for paying customers only. They didn't. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. They're not giving you that type of acknowledgement. So quit putting that acknowledgement in their mouths. It's like putting words in their mouth. Like, I walked into this restaurant. Everyone cared about what I was doing, and I peed, and it was a 2-star restaurant. Next time, I'm just gonna pee my pants because everyone looked at. Come on, bro. I went from hot to cold to hot to
Gordon's
freezing
a tricky
on
one.
this man. He's tricky.
He's hard to pin down.
Complex. Let's get out of here.
Bye, Gordon.
See you, Gordon. This is a fitting transition. I have an IMDb review for Sausage Party by Maria Bukharov, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That Maria's got a J in it, but might be a Maria. Anyway, Sausage Party is a 2016 movie. I think Seth Rogen and his friends bought it or wrote it. Lots of actors in it. Definitely seems like one of those mid-2010s Hollywood money laundering schemes. Have you seen Sausage Party?
I have not.
Brother, I was more than a handful of beers deep, which this kind of comedy should be exactly what you want then. I couldn't even finish it. It was so terrible. Drunk me is not the type of person to be like, turn this damn movie off. I just couldn't take it. Anyway, Sausage Party titles, why are there so many bad reviews? They write, this film is genuinely funny. What's the problem? That the film questions religious belief? Or that it makes references to previous modern-day conflicts? Or was it the profanity? I like to think that well-placed swear words only add substance and make us feel alive. I abhor films that use gosh darn it or friggin' to avoid and some other avoidables. Say it like you mean it. I was thoroughly impressed by how the film managed to assign a backstory to each product in line with their country region of origin. There are many details I am sure I overlooked that I will definitely have to see it at least a couple more times. Good job, guys. 8 out of 10.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I have not. I haven't read the novelization of the script.
Mm-hmm.
I barely consumed this film in any form. However, I feel safe in assuming that the screenplay was not, constructed with a deft hand as like a Stephen King novel, with an economy of words, and the choices are so distinct and intentional.
I have nothing but respect for Seth Rogen as a comedian, as a writer. He's done great stuff. his projects he's doing. He did that new Ninja Turtles movie. He's using his Hollywood money for some cool stuff. Good on him. But this wasn't it. This was definitely smoking the substances and saying, what if there's a movie and the food talked? It was like Toy Story for food, but the hot dogs wanted to have sex with the buns. And we'll get all my actor friends will be actors in it, and they'll get paid. And it's just like,
yeah.
Imagine throwing stars at a movie because it said fucking set a friggin'. I just can't. And what movies are using gosh darn and friggin' and fake swear words a bunch in an unironic
watching
fashion?
Something on the Disney Channel?
Yeah. And you know what I hate worse than a movie avoiding swears or not using swears? Is when a movie has those Disney Channel swears where like someone swears in the script and you're supposed to go, ooh. Like, I don't give a damn about this, and I'm just like, There's a script there's a play I saw in college written by one of our lovely, what do you call them? Co-students? What the hell do you call classmates? Just full of Disney Channel swears, much more egregious than any drops of friggin'.
What? Swear words making you feel alive.
Swear words make you feel alive, and like. The atheist, like, did you not like it because it was anti-religious? I watched this movie. I don't remember it. Like I said, I was drinking beers and didn't like it. But maybe they made a couple jokes about religion. The hot dogs worshipped at the refrigerator church or some stupid crap. Okay. But, like, not too much anti-religion about this movie. I don't know. It's almost giving it too much credit. That's really what's going on.
Just imagining myself sitting down to watch this. I don't think I would have gotten far enough for any potentially offensive topics to have come up. I would have been like, this is just,
It's so
low effort.
It's like if a fifth grader saw Toy Story and like, all right, I'm going to write cool Toy Story. The main plot, I'm pretty sure, is the hot dogs need to get with the buns are all girls and the hot dogs are all boys.
Okay.
And I guess I don't need to say much more than that, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have a review? Oh boy, we're at the end here, but yeah, you got a quickie?
This is a quickie. This is an Amazon review for the third generation Dr. Mom slimline stainless LED pocket otoscope with soft white natural hue, light spectrum, and clamshell packaging. It's one of the things that the doctor uses to look in your ear.
Oh, it's like I don't know what. It's just the stick with the cube on it, or the spike on it, and they put it in your ear, and they place a little cap, one of those things.
Yeah. Faye G titles their review, "Works great." They write, "I ordered this because my son always has wax in his ear, so I wanted to start looking inside his ear to see how bad it was. It was as bad as I thought. But this product helped out a lot. 5 stars.
Everybody got wax in their ears. It comes with being a human. It comes with having ears.
And kids are going to be grubby. I'm not a parent, but I can't just imagine sitting around. I bet you there's a lot of wax in Tommy's ear right now. I'm going to get on Amazon. Because I want to look in there.
I grew up with a mom who would, I'd be sitting at the dinner table and she would just look at me and then she would say, "Hey, after dinner, we're sitting down and I'm cleaning your ears." Damn it. Or, as I got older, "Hey, after dinner, go clean out your ears." But, that was more of a call to make sure my hygiene was taken care of and not like, "Oh, your bodily function is functioning. Let me investigate."
Yeah. Unless it's a kid and they're getting ear infections or earaches a lot.
Right.
If there's an excess of accumulation,
Right. If a doctor recommends, or if you're worried about their health, it's totally one thing. Please do, get this at home. It's just a flashlight with a microscope on it. When when you're diagnosing your child with excess, and you just want to investigate the bodily, I don't know. Is it about you or the kid at that point? I guess that's the bottom
it does. It does in some ways serve a function. Unless there's a whole lot of it, you're fine.
Unless it's literally coming out of his ears, I think he'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine your child having an ailment, and your first instinct not to be, I need to see doctors about this, but seeing, ooh, let me get a good look at this.
Let me buy a special product to assess the situation myself.
Mom, I have gangrene. Oh, let me go on Amazon and get a magnifying glass and a scooper.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna scrape some skin cells and put it under the scope.
My child is just a walking science experiment to observe. I think that's reviewparty.com for the week, eh?
Hey.
Thank you for listening, Real One. That's right. You made it to the end of the episode. You're in the Real Ones Club. Real One, guess what? We got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday, Reviews Day in the morning, in the AM, whatever that means for you. There should be a little Review Party episode sitting in that. And whatever your preferred podcast distributor is, if you want to send in a review to make us laugh and talk about it on the show, like Paige did this week. Thank you, Paige. You can send it to reviewparty.com at gmail.com. Include a hyperlink, a screenshot of the review, whatever you got to do, and your name so we can give you credit for it.
If you want to reach out to us on the social medias that you got on your phone, you're looking at your phone, you listen to us on your phone, at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok, at reviewpartypod on Twitter /X. We've got a letterbox. You can read our reviews of things, maybe kind of, sort of. Search Review Party. There's YouTube. Search reviewparty.com. Or go to our website, reviewparty.com. What are you going to find there? You're going to find the blog. You're going to find all sorts of listening platforms you never knew existed. It's like weeds. They crop up and they die, and they crop up and they die. Meanwhile, the mighty oaks tower over them. And some of those fall from time to time, too. Just go there, check it out. There's this shop. There's blue stuff. You're going to have a real old laugh. Guaranteed.
A laugh is going to escape you, and you're going to think that was real and that was old. The old ones have channeled their laughter through me. Hey, Nosebleeds, you heard their jam throughout the episode. Bread for Breakfast, it's called. That's a great song. They got a bunch even better ones. You can check them out on Spotify. Nosebleeds, one word, Husker Du. I have a review to send us off this week. It is an Amazon review for Pirate's Booty Cheese Puffs. Healthy kids snack, real aged white cheddar, 10-ounce party-sized bag. Packaging may vary. That makes me laugh because people got a different Pirate Booty guy on the front. Ronan being mad. Anyway, KK McKenna, that didn't happen to them, but they had a different issue. They titled it, "We Ate Them Too Fast."
Uh-oh.
They write, LOL, these are supposed to be for my lunches, but mostly we plowed through them like crazy. 5 stars.
I'll be good. They're supposed to be eaten is what they're for, but